A piper's tribute to Scotland's war dead sounds once again in a quiet corner of northern France. Today, Lochaber no more, the lament of the Black Watch. It's played for two more soldiers of Scotland who fought and died so far from home. Their names are not known, only that they both fought in Scottish regiments, one of them for the Black Watch.
First of all, it's very humbling to be part of the service, but it's also reassuring because as a long-term serving soldier, you can rest assured that if you fall anywhere in the world at any time, somebody will be there to remember you.
The flag from the coffin of the Black Watch soldier will now be taken back to their headquarters in Inverness.
Traditionally, they would be given to the family along with the rest of the accoutrements, but in this case, because they're unidentified, then we will retain it.
You'll be the family?
Absolutely. Always the regimental family.
So 100 years on, why do you still do this?
Because we think it's really important that recently recovered soldiers are given a peaceful burial, and if possible, we give them their name.
Tracy Bowers works for a unit nicknamed the War Detectives, dedicated to identifying the unknown soldiers.
It's lots of little bits of evidence that we have to piece together. So it starts with the location where a casualty was found, and then we look at what artefacts were found on that casualty to hopefully narrow down the regiment. And then once we know the regiment, hopefully we can look at the war diaries for that regiment and place them in the location. And then you would look at how many are still missing from that regiment, from that location, and hopefully reduce that list enough that we could look at the possibility of DNA.
In this case, DNA testing was not possible because the ground was contaminated. But they did find these artefacts, a kilt pen and a regimental badge. Unfortunately, this is where the trail ended, despite huge efforts by experts in a specialist lab in France.
We use the forensic archaeology approach so that we do a very fine-tuned archaeological dig, so to speak, so that we can document every bone, every artifact, so that we have the best picture possible of what we find. It's easy when we find one skeleton. It's really hard when we have 6, 7 or 10 in the trench and we need to separate them.
The two soldiers buried here today were the last of 48 discovered in one site. It has not been possible to identify any of them. In this cemetery alone, they've recorded the names of 22,000 soldiers whose bodies were never found. Remains are uncovered in this part of northern France almost on a weekly basis. In fact, they have already discovered soldiers that they know fought and died with Scottish regiments. That identification process is already underway. No matter the outcome, they will still be buried here with full military honours. Cameron Buttle, reporting Scotland, Lewes.